Hey friends, it's your Cosmic Auntie here, and this reading is about what the heck is going on. This is going to be a new collective reading that I do. Spirit's really been guiding me. It's just been coming through that question, what the heck is going on? And we're going to explore it. So I hope that this reading is helpful in some way. Yeah, only take the messages if they resonate, right? Tarot's never supposed to tell you something you don't already know. You'll know when a message resonates, you'll know when one doesn't. So only take the ones that do, and don't make anything fit, okay? So this is about what the heck is going on. What the heck is going on, Spirit? How can I help the beautiful people connecting with this reading? How can we assist them in gaining a sense of greater clarity? How can we reflect their magic back to them? How can we provide a sense of validation? Okay, so first up, Seven of Wands. All right, you're having to be really strong right now. You're standing your ground, okay? Then we've got the Ace of Swords, the Ten of Coins, the Three of Coins, and the Knight of Cups. Okay, so here's the cards, the Ace of Swords, Ten of Coins, Three of Coins, and the King of Cups. Honestly, it feels like what the heck is going on? What the heck is going on? It feels like you have to really, it feels like an energy of really having to like defend your truth, like, and your space and your energy, your resources too. What it is that you're building. I just keep hearing standing your ground, standing your ground, standing your ground. Two of Cups, the bottom of the deck. And then the Six of Wands has come out. The Strength card. The Five of Pentacles. And then the Magician card. So this is interesting because I was going to do a spread, and this is exactly the cards that I need for the spread I wanted to do. All right, so I really feel like you're defending your ideas in a way. You're defending your truth, standing by your truth. Okay, it feels like there's some pressure. Like I keep like, the Seven of Wands is like that. Is really it's a card of like stamina. It's a card of pressure. It is a card that takes a lot of strength, okay? I also feel like there's this kind of straddling a threshold, if you will. Like I feel like you might be feeling in between two places right now. And I just feel like I keep wanting to like, I don't know, shield against like unwanted opinions in a way. So there might be a lot of like 2 cents being thrown into what it is that you're doing, or like how you should be navigating a certain transition in a way, or taking something to the next level, like whatever it is that you're doing, because I do see that you're building, that you're growing. Yeah, and like there's things that you're building, there's things that you're growing, and they definitely are doing that. They're blossoming. Okay, so I feel like it's also important to protect what it is that you're growing, because there's a lot of successful energy coming through your reading. And it's almost like people, like, there's this like external energy of like people wanting to take pieces of it, okay? So I hope that that's helpful in some way. You know, be discerning, protective over your space, hold your boundaries, right? With this Ace of Swords, this is your internal energy. Really recognize your truth, trust your ideas, trust, you know, your boundaries, hold your boundaries, stand by your boundaries, you know, reflect and, you know, reassess your boundaries. Something, you know, there's things with that, especially if you're finding there's a lot of pressure in some way. That can look a lot of different ways for each and every one of you. But I do feel like there's this energy, there's just this energy of like people throwing in their 2 cents, or people wanting to take like pieces of the pie in some way. I feel a really big glow up from you with the 5 of Coins in your strength energy. It's like really coming out of a difficult place, really following your heart. There's a lot of healing and growth and just blossoming. There's this glow up about you. I love it. I do feel like you've really trusted yourself. You've really put, you know, and you are like trusting your vision. That's what it is. You've really trusted your vision, and the vision is blossoming. The vision is growing. Okay, there's a lot of prosperity here. There's a lot of prosperity, and I feel like you have cultivated that, like you've from the scraps at hand at some point, right? This is in your strength card. The 5 of Coins is about changes to your physical environment. You know, some of you may have been laid off, or some of you, you know, may have had to move in some way, or like there's been relationship breakdown in some form or another, which created, you know, transition and change in your environment. Or, you know, maybe there's some of you who may have got fired, or may have decided to leave a job, something like that. Your hours cut, things like that. There's something here where you've had to think on your feet, and you have thought on your feet, and there's a lot that's becoming more and more stable, okay, with the 10 of Coins, and having more resources to do things with, okay. I feel a lot of stability. This is in your heart position. So again, you followed your heart with something in a really challenging predicament in some way, and like trusted yourself, and to this moment still. So I mean, as your Cosmic Auntie, I encourage you to continue to trust yourself, okay? Continue to trust yourself, continue to explore your ideas, trust your intuition, okay? And keep your boundaries, maintain them, because that's a really big thing here. Because there is so much victory in your reading. It's so much victory. And you know, Spirit is really encouraging you to keep creating what it is that you are creating, putting your energy towards the things that really fulfill you. The 2 of Cups here. I know that it's hard. I know that it's hard to be this strong. I'm gonna get more on this, because I'm just getting this kind of like uncomfortable energy of like, of this like external energy in some way of trying to thwart what it is that you're growing. Or like, again, I can keep hearing this, Spirit, like wanting a piece of the pie. I don't know if any of you are familiar with this book, but it really, to this day, obviously I'm going to mention it, but it really stood out to me as a child, and it's something that I bring up a lot in my readings and think a lot about. But it's that book about like the little chicken who wants to bake a loaf of bread, and she goes around to all of her barnyard friends and is like, hey, I'm gonna make some bread, do you want to help me? Like, and they're all like, nah, no, nope. And she's like, okay. So she does it by herself, and then as the bread is baking, they are all smelling the fresh baked bread, and they're like, ooh, and they're drawn towards the fresh baked bread, right? And they're like, want a piece? And she's like, no. And she just eats the loaf of bread by herself. And I freaking love it, because it's all fine and well to share. And I see that you have a generous heart with the 10 of Pentacles in your heart space. You are growing things that not only nourish you, but others as well. But what I also see here is you being discerning about what it is that you're growing, and being discerning about your peace, your energy, your space, and being very aware of like how to and where to share and when to hold a boundary. And it feels like, sorry if that's loud, because what you're growing is growing successfully. And with the King of Cups in the present position, it's like, I feel you being very, very strong, emotionally aware person that, is really showing up for themselves as well as others. Okay, so like this little chicken in the story, it's like, you're learning like you can absolutely consume your own product and be selective over who it is that you share with, especially if they like weren't there for you at the beginning, especially if they're like laughed at you even. There's something like with that. It's like you had to do something all on your own for a while, and it's looking and smelling good. It's wafting through the air and it's drawing people in. And now I feel like Spirit is like, okay, it is okay to be selective. It is okay to be discerning. It doesn't make you any less of a generous person. It doesn't make you any less of a giving person. It just means that you are valuing your effort. You're valuing your time, your resources, your energy. And sharing that with others that you feel that reciprocity with, okay? So I feel like it's almost a little uncomfortable with the Strength card in the challenges. It's hard, I know. It's like, it's foreign, especially if you're really like giving person, to feel like that level of like no in some way. Like there's something there. Okay, that's what the heck is going on in this situation. Is like this Ace of Swords is just staring at me. It's like it's like what it is that you're growing is so important to you that you are holding your boundaries. And like I keep going around in circles here, but that's okay. That's healthy even. It's going to create even more victory, more success. And also, allow you to be in arenas where people are celebrating you and you are celebrating them. And again, there's a sense of reciprocity. There's a sense of matched energy. There's so many coins. So we had the Page of Coins come out, the Seven of coins, right? This is about yeah, like you are so successful. You're growing. Like what it is that you have built is like really flourishing, okay? And it has so much growth potential. And it is to be protected, okay? Just know that. Just know that. It doesn't make you like a bad person to kind of like be discerning. Just to be discerning about who's in your circle, to be discerning about your clients or your customers or again, who you share your resources with. It doesn't, you know, it's interesting because it's like, it's important to have some left over for you, right? Like think about that little chicken. She just eats the whole loaf of bread herself, okay? Because nobody was there to help her. They all were like, nah, and like kind of scoffed at her and like just brushed her off, right? And then they want the finished product. They want like the fresh bread. And she's just like, no. And that's okay. That is okay. It doesn't make you any less of a generous person. It just creates more room to call in people that do want to assist you and value how you assist them, and there's reciprocity, and I see like, you know, further community building, stability, happiness, like all of this kind of like wish fulfillment. And it's like you've done this. You've literally done this. Whatever it is that you've been building, like, man, it has come out of like a difficult place where you've had to pivot, where you've had to think on your feet, okay? Where you've had to tune into your heart and follow your heart. And that's leading you into more and more victory, okay? And the more and more victory you receive, like the more protection that you have to put in place for yourself, okay? So if you're feeling, hold those boundaries, because that might be what the heck is going on, okay? If you're uncomfortable and you're like, oh, it's to have to hold these boundaries. That's the hardest part. You can put them in place, but then the hardest part is like holding them. And I feel that with the challenges with the Fortitude card, it's like there might be a lot of pressure right now, but just keep holding your boundaries. Fortifying them when needed. Yes, this is going to assist you in this next beginning, this new chapter. Yeah, 4 of Wands and the High Priestess. Oh my gosh. Greater stability and celebration, and again, paying attention to your intuition. Trusting your intuition, following your heart. You know, you have to put a fence around your garden so that, you know, all the harvest isn't eaten, right? Because you've put on a lot of effort to grow that food for yourself. When you do harvest it, it doesn't mean that you're not going to, you know, make up a salad and invite some people that feel like home to you over and share it. But you don't have to share it with everybody so that you don't have anything left, okay? I just feel like I'm kind of going around in circles right now, and I hope that this message has been helpful in some way, because yeah, it's this boundary work, this fencing, this maintenance around what it is that you're growing, as well as yourself, your personal resources, which means like your energy, your effort, your financial resources as well, your assets, things like that, is assisting in, like, you know, creating more space for calling in healthier dynamics, being able to reach new, like the milestones that you want to reach and celebrate with who you want to celebrate with. Okay, I know it's exhausting. I know it's exhausting to maintain these boundaries. And it may feel like a bit foreign to you being such a generous, giving person, okay? But if you're getting this like massive no feeling around certain people, places, things in regards to how it is you're growing, what it is that you're growing, around like, and yeah, just because it can look so many different ways from you, because you are growing something. It's creating livelihood for yourself in some way, or it's creating, like, again, this fresh wafting bread smell, whatever it is. It's attracting attention in some way because you're succeeding, you're shining, you're blossoming with whatever it is that you're doing. So if you're getting a massive no feeling, you know, really check in with yourself and ultimately trust your intuition, okay? And keep your boundaries strong. Because what it is you're growing beautiful things, okay? You're growing beautiful things. And the more eyes on you, the more you shine, the more protection you need. So I'm sending you so much love. I'm really excited for you. You're reaching new and like more and more heights of victory, and attracting in like such beautiful dynamics and community. And you're also like such force in the community as well. And I just want to let you know like how valuable you are, and just like really express my gratitude to you, and just be really amazed at like your literal, like, your fortitude. So you can receive people's ideas, but ultimately bounce them off of you, your intuition, and then take action in what feels right to you. You don't have to accept everyone's ideas. You can, you know, hear them. There might be some really good ones in there that really like expand and inspire you, and then there might be some that like aren't right for you, okay? And it feels like there's almost this like inundation of like other people's perspectives, and not everybody else's perspectives are to be trusted, right? So there's something with that. And others, you know, like there also is this energy of like the barnyard animals wanting that fresh bread and not putting any effort into it, not supporting the little chicken. So whoever hasn't been there to support you, especially if you've asked them like, hey, do you want to be a part of this? And they're like, no. Well, just keep doing you and keep that boundary strong. And whatever feels right to you, and authentic to you, just, you don't have to allow them to have a piece of the pie, especially if it's giving you a resounding no feeling. No, like, trust yourself, because you're onto something, and it is growing like corn for you, my friend. Happy for you. Sending you so much love, and I will see you in the next What the Heck is Going On reading.